Hey, it's Lloyd here. I had something I wanted to talk to you about this morning. I was going to wait till the end of the week to do my next video, but I thought this would be like relevant. I told you in the first video that I applied for LinkedIn Live to do these broadcasts. Didn't hear anything back, didn't hear anything back. Had a VA who applied for me, virtual assistant who applied for me. She had done it before with other people and supposedly had gotten them approved. Didn't hear back, didn't hear back. Then I reapplied again. Don't know what I did different. Boom, I got accepted for it. At the end of June. Spent July kind of getting some things in order so I could make the time available to do these videos. Did my first video 2 weeks ago. Did my second one yesterday. And somebody on the first video, and don't let this guy be you. And I'm not gonna call him out. I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna do that. But don't be this guy. The purpose of me doing these videos is I wish years ago, 35 years ago, when I got in sales, that I'd had a place where I could go watch a video from someone who didn't talk about theory, but had actually done some of the things, had experienced some of the challenges that I had faced, had gone through a lot of the failures that I had gone through, and I've gone through a ton of them, and could give me some insight into how they did it and what I could glean to maybe do something different. So that's the whole purpose of it. I'm not marketing to anybody. I'm not asking you to do business with me. If you want to do business with me, do business with me. I'm not doing any of that kind of stuff. So I'm doing these videos to share the things that didn't work for me in the hopes that other people can get something of value out of it and go do well. You know, we all do better, no matter what industry you're from, what company you're with, what product you sell, what country you're in. We all do better when other people do better. So that's the purpose of me doing these videos. And I haven't even figured out exactly the structure of them yet. My thinking is I'm going to do 2 videos, kind of like the training type format, a month. I'm going to do 2 videos of interviewing people, which, by the way, if you're willing to let me interview you, just put your name in one of the comments. If you're looking at the YouTube channel, click on the subscribe and then the little clock, so every time I put a video that you get noticed. If you're looking on the Sales Heroes private Facebook group, put your name in there. And if you're looking on LinkedIn, just type your email address in there, and I'll send you the list of questions. You pick the questions that I would ask you, and I'd love to interview you. I'd love to find out the success other people are having and the challenges you faced and what you overcame. So I'm doing the first video, and I notice in the chat box that a guy made a comment. And when I saw this comment, I said to myself, kind of like you see those people at some of the stores. I won't name the store. It has a wall in it and a mart in it. And you see the pictures online all the time of people that shopping at that store. And you think to yourself, they looked in the mirror before they left the house and said, that's the look I'm going for. So this guy's scrolling through LinkedIn, because it was a LinkedIn comment. He's scrolling through LinkedIn and he sees, because LinkedIn uses their algorithm to push this out. I'm not pushing it out to my network yet. I'm not creating events for it. I'm not marketing this yet. I'm not trying to get anybody to come on this yet. I'm just kind of feeling my way through this. I'm using StreamYard to do it, which is connected to LinkedIn, my YouTube channel, and my private Facebook group. So I want to kind of get my feet wet a little bit. So this guy sees it and he thinks to himself, interesting topic, I guess. And he clicks on it and he watches enough of the video that he thinks, I'm going to post a comment. And so I think to myself, what response was he expecting from that comment? And what did he want people to get out of the comment that he posted? So this was a week ago. So I thought about it. I did a video yesterday, and I've got some people made some comments on there that were just generic comments, nice, or whatever, they got something out of it, whatever it was. And I'm good with critique and criticism. I'm good with that. If you've got a better idea, post it. I don't care whose idea it is. One way doesn't work for everybody. So if you've got a take on something that's a little bit different, type it in there. Whether if it's in LinkedIn, type it in there. I'll share it. I'll comment back to it. If it's on my YouTube channel, I'll comment back to it. I'll share it with other people. And if it's in the private Facebook group, everybody will see it and we can all benefit from it. But I couldn't understand just what the thinking was about this comment that he made. And the reason that I wanted to comment on his comment today is I think, because I do this all the time, when I see something about some kind of sales training or business philosophy or insights on business, I watch it. I watched probably 2 hours of different YouTube videos yesterday from Stanford University of guest speakers who came in that were talking about business. And they just happened to be talking about marketing. I was doing some stuff on marketing yesterday and I was interested and I just kind of looked it up. So I'm always trying to listen to what other people are doing. So I get that this guy, I'm hoping for his sake, was looking for that kind of stuff. But here's the comment he made on it. And then I want to ask you what you think he thought people's reaction would be. Like, what was he expecting from people? How did he want them to react? So here was his comment. I'm gonna say it to you word for word. And his comment is, you ready? Quote unquote, "Is this for real? Sales is really easy," unquote. And I thought, when I first saw it, I didn't pay any attention to it. I just kind of kept going. And then as I thought about it and I thought about it, that the first part of that is this for real? So what do you think he meant by that? Is this for real? I mean, it seems like that what he was saying is this for real? Like, what a stupid topic. Or maybe he meant, is this for real, as everybody should know this. I don't know what he meant by, is this for real? Maybe he's just surprised that anybody would want to learn something more about their craft. But then when he said, sales is really easy, I thought to myself, what response was he expecting from people who saw that comment? And I'm not saying for some people that sales isn't easy. For some people, it fits their personality really well. But for other people, not so much. So when he said that sales is really easy, was he trying to make himself look good? Because when you're trying to make yourself look good, you're really trying to make the other person look bad. Like, sometimes people want you to lose so they can win. Sometimes people want you to feel bad so they can feel better. Sometimes people want you to be wrong so they can be right. And I thought to myself, it would have taken as much energy for him to have put a supportive comment in there for those that are watching. Maybe he thinks I'm an idiot. Maybe I could be. I very well could be. Maybe he thinks I'm an idiot. But he could have put if he was going to make a comment, he could have put a supportive comment in there for the viewer. And in fact, he could have actually offered some insight. Hey, interesting topic. This is how I view it. I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it this way. He could have done that kind of thing. So the reason that I wanted to comment on this today, as we scroll through LinkedIn, which has some really great comment, people put their heart and soul out there. When people post a thing that there's a really great girl, a lady on LinkedIn, and she posted a thing about working 3 jobs, getting through college while paying for those while working those 3 jobs. She just got accepted into a master's program at MIT, and she's working 2 jobs to pay for that. And I thought, this is so fantastic. Nowhere in human history has there been an opportunity for us to have the privilege to validate other people and for other people to put out there at a huge emotional risk the challenges that they're facing and overcoming and what they're doing and the accomplishments they have. Nowhere in human history have we had this opportunity before. And this is the first time in our history where we have the chance to impact people all over the world that we've never met. And it only takes a few seconds to tell somebody, you go, girl, you go, guy, good for you. It only takes a few minutes. And we know this is the truth. We sit around the bar, we sit around the restaurant table, we sit at soccer games and baseball games, we sit around with family, friends, and relatives, and we tell stories endlessly about all of our um, um, trials and tribulations, our successes, our failures. We work hard to impress people about how much we know about something. And the reason we do that is we want people to see us in a certain light. And here we are today in the virtual environment. I'm sitting here in my home office down in Conyers, Georgia. And if I have the opportunity to make a comment on a post by somebody in some foreign country and tell them you did a great job. Wow, I'm impressed that you were able to go to school and work two jobs. I think it's fantastic that you got promoted at work after 10 years. We have the chance to do that with people. And this guy stops by like a drive by I don't know what it is, drive by attack, stops by and says, "Is this for real? Sales is easy." Well, it is for real. And sales is really hard. Even if you have a gregarious, outgoing personality, you might have the mental strength of a Conor McGregor to keep the negative way in the back and push the negative down. But any type of business, any type of sales, anything you're doing that's outside your comfort zone is challenging. So if you're that person who makes those snide little comments, just stop it. Nobody looks at you when you make that comment. Nobody looks at you and think, huh, that guy's really smart. He's right. Sales is easy. What is this? It's stupid for me to even seek this kind of information out. Nobody thinks that. Nobody thinks, wow, let me look at his profile. Oh my gosh, look, he is very successful. He must be right. I must be stupid. There's no reason I should be seeking this information out. Nobody's thinking that. What people think when they see that comment is what a ass. That's what they think. And so we might feel like superior to somebody else when we do that kind of thing, but it says more about us than it does about them. I put any kind of comment in here you want to put in here. Just know that any comment you put in here says more about you than it does other people. It doesn't take any talent, strength of character, or expertise to tell somebody how stupid you think they are. But it does take strength, it does take character, and it does take effort to acknowledge the challenge other people have faced. Recognize the effort that they've made and offer them some insight into other ways that things can be done. Everybody has failures. I don't care who you are. And there are lessons that we learn from those failures. And for the first time in the history of mankind, we have the opportunity to offer our insights from our frame of reference to people all over the world and give them information that might make their life a little bit easier, a little bit more successful. And I guess I would encourage everyone, go out and do that. It doesn't cost you anything to do it. I did a training a couple of years ago on LinkedIn, and somebody in the audience says, well, I don't have time to read, all the messages. LinkedIn makes it super easy. You click a like button. That's all it takes. To congratulate something, you click send. That's all it takes. You can devote 30 minutes a day to recognizing other people. And when you do that, they reciprocate and pay that back by recognizing your efforts. And you just might make a connection that improves your business, elevates your self-esteem, and becomes a lifelong business partner for you. So just take a breath, slow down, recognize everybody's doing the best they can do, and become a meaningful contributor to LinkedIn and to other people's lives. So if you got any thoughts about that, just comment below here on LinkedIn. If you're on my YouTube channel, click on the subscribe button, click that little alarm clock and get notified every time I put a video out there. And if you're on the Sales Heroes private group, Facebook group, go ahead and put your comments in there. I will go through and I read those comments and I'll comment on everything. You have a safe week, and we'll do our regular video here in the next few days. Take care.